How you doing? It's Paul from Keo Construction here for another Reimagined. This episode is going to be a little bit different. We're not going to have any of the high-speed segment of it, so sorry, no high-speed music. But what we're going to do is why we wanted to do this, because this is a device, we call it our solar needle, that we reimagined a few years ago. So what we did is we took some old studs, some old boards from an old farmhouse renovation, so the old framing of it, and we've got a couple of chunks of big old steel, so that's from new construction, so just cut offs from that. And then again over here we've got some more I think these is old wind bracing from a barn, and this is an old window weight or sash weight from, again, an old century home renovation where we took the windows out. So what we're going to do is make our solar needle. So here we go. So these are just going on here as counterweights. This here is our stand. Goes into there. Our window weight or sash weight hooked onto an old meat hook, so that's going to go on there. So we like the window weight or the sash weight because it's heavy, so it minimizes any movement in the sun, or I'm sorry, in the wind. And what we're wanting it to do is cast a shadow on the ground, because what that shadow on the ground is going to tell us is when it's solar noon. So how that works is that doesn't matter the time of year, the sun is always working on an arc. So on December 21st it's the smallest, June 21st our arc's the biggest. But the center of that arc never changes. It's how the old sundials used to work. So what we do is, we won't go through this process. If you want to see how it's done, we've set some passively built houses at, we have a video at keoconstruction.com, and we can send the link. Is we essentially measure the shadow. When the shadow is the smallest, that's when we know it's solar noon, because that means the sun is at its highest. So what we do once we know it's at its shortest is we actually pull a string through that, and that string will run solar south. We pull perpendicular off of that, and that sets the south face of the house. So this is our solar needle, and this has been Reimagined.